Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So guys, this is an update of Michael Miller, the lady and the pastor and the family is like they are not sure that this lady in question actually unalived herself. They they suspect a foul play, and this is just like an update video. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
Whoa, more proof.
The theory of suicide does not add up to me.
Mica Miller did not unalive herself.
I believe that it was all staged.
The party porter got her gas and she was left. Just an ordinary day. Nothing special, nothing, like just regular day, regular thing.
So Mica Miller's husband's alibi, to me, is the worst alibi I think I've ever heard in criminal history. And it's hysterical how he thinks that he can get away with it. So his alibi for the day that Mica Miller supposedly ended her own life at the park, apparently he was in Charleston with a mistress, a significant other to him. And the only evidence the police got that he was in Charleston was a picture from a street camera, whatever, of his truck headed that direction. But the thing is, they never confirmed whether he was the one driving the truck because his windows are so tinted you couldn't see anything in there. So they just took the fact that his truck was driving that way as, oh yeah, there's a solid alibi. And on top of that, his mistress, like the lady that he has been cheating on his wife with, she said, yeah, I was with him in Charleston. And apparently they stayed at a hotel as well. And let me just tell you how badly he fucked himself with saying that they stayed at a hotel, okay? Because if you are being, accused of harming your wife, murdering her, whatever, wouldn't you want to show any sort of proof or evidence that would support your alibi? And the problem is getting a receipt for the money that you spent, or whether it be a receipt on paper or just showing your credit card saying that you were at this hotel at this time, you paid for the room. Wouldn't you want to show that? That is the most easy thing to get your hands on. That would completely, boom, clear his alibi right there. But he can't do that because he was not in Charleston. He didn't go to a hotel. I don't believe that for a minute. And his father outed him out pretty bad the other day and said that he was not with a woman in Charleston. So I'm not sure why his father said that, if he was trying to help and he made it worse. But yeah, that was his alibi. And I think the police department did the most shitty job ever. And what I would like to see happen is for them, with all the evidence and all the confusing shit, all the things that don't make sense in this story, I would like them to ping his phone those days, the day of her death. I would really like them, and they probably won't do it because it's a shitty police department, but if they could just ping his phone, that would say a lot and answer a lot of questions. But they didn't do that, and they haven't done that, no matter how much evidence is brought to them about how terrible of an alibi this is, about all the inconsistencies with her death in this story. They don't care. And if they could just ping his phone, I think that would change a lot. Because I don't believe he was in Charleston. He would have shown proof to clear his name, but he can't show proof. He can't even forge that proof. But 100%, if you were at a sporting event that was pretty popular, there'd be pictures, videos, something to show that you were there. And there is no other witnesses that he was there. No pictures, nothing at all. And I just don't get why they're failing Mica Miller so bad and why they are failing her family. I want justice for her so bad. I've seen many deaths like a lot of them. And this case has been eating me up because I know there was foul play. You know, there's a million different stories, different things that could have happened, and I don't know that. I don't know the answers to that. I'm not going to come on here and share what I think happened because that's just going to spread misinformation, going to make this more complicated, but I'm just sharing the facts. And the facts are that someone harmed her. She did not kill herself. And I have page after page after page after page that I've written out, evidence-wise, that proves that. And the police won't listen, and they won't do anything about it. And it's heartbreaking. People need to keep putting pressure on them and keep talking about this story. Don't let this story go cold. Her family deserves better, and she deserved better.
New information in the Mica Miller case. Thanks to her sister, Anna Francis, we now know, we already knew that JP was tracking her and doing all kinds of weird stuff. But he was, tracking her phone, tracking her car. She ended up getting a burner phone. And she began collecting evidence and documentation of all the years of abuse that she had went through. But we now also know that she had reported him to the IRS. She reported his church to the IRS the same week of her unaliving. And if that doesn't speak volumes, then I don't know what does. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot more information to come out, and I'm sure one day this is all going to be a documentary on Netflix because this case is insane. But, yeah. Yep. She reported him to the IRS the week of her unaliving.
The live round wasn't hit by the hammer, so it was ejected, which of course is not what you do if you know what you're doing with a weapon, and Mica does. She's not going to eject a live round to fire it. She already knows that it's ready to fire.
So you do not believe she took her own life?
I do not. I believe that it was all staged. I believe that the whole thing was premeditated. I believe that the narrative was established by Junior all the way through. Before there was a release, like the day we were notified, he was already saying, she did it, she did it. Why would you do that if you don't have all the information yet? Why would you not be grieving and just, he has not shown any remorse, no grief. He shows nervousness, he shows guilt. He shows, that he is hiding something.
I think one of the big things is she was looking for a church that she felt like she could attend. He was doing what he could to stop her from finding a church. And I kind of knew that because he did that to us. When we left the church, he called the church that we started attending and kind of tried to sabotage us there.
Okay, this message is for JP Miller, and if you're not JP Miller, you could keep scrolling. Hey, bro, I've got really good news, because I know that the passing of Mica has really been something that's very difficult for you, and I know that the last thing you would want her to do is what has been ruled already. That must be truly devastating for you. So I just have to let you know there's some good news, and the good news is that there are many who suspect that that might not have been what happened. So if there's even a chance that something else happened, since you were really quick to assume that what has been said happened, you must be overjoyed to realize that that might not be what happened. And if that's the case, then I know that you're looking for justice for Mica too. I mean, why wouldn't you be? You must be so concerned about all these things that are coming to the surface. So I do know that you will join our efforts in praying and believing for justice for Mica, because that's the only logical thing you would do if so many people were suspecting something else, because you are the concerned husband that you are. I know the last thing on your mind would be suing everyone in the world, suing everyone on the internet, creating false profiles and regular profiles and posting interesting things. The last thing on your mind would be defending yourself, because you're totally nothing to defend you, right? And you're probably going to join right in looking in on these search efforts to see why some of the things just don't make sense with the evidence. Because if you're the concerned husband that you say you are, then this should be very alarming to you. And I know you knew super early and had her obituary already ready super early and had her funeral planned out super early. I feel like that was very responsible of you. But it just so turns out that there was just not sufficient time to really look at all the evidence that's coming out now that other professional investigators are looking into this. So I'm glad you'll be joining our efforts in the search for justice for Mica. And it's totally okay that you push to have her cremation done really soon, because there's still some testing that they can do, regardless. So today we celebrate with you, but there might be more answers than what we know. And I pray that you'll join in the efforts and share anything you know with the FBI, who's currently looking into a lot of this information. We share our deepest condolences for you and your girlfriend. Justice for Mica.
Like, seriously, lovelies, this is just so heartbreaking. Even the first time when this video trended all over social media about this Michael Miller, if you're not been following it, so just want to refresh. So this happens to be a lady, whose husband was actually a pastor, and they have been having some kind of marital issues. You know how it is, and all of that. So one thing led to the other. This lady decided to, okay, I'm done with the marriage and all of that. She was filing for divorce. She's been complaining that her husband is a narcissist. Her husband is always, bullying her and all of that. Some kind of marital problems and all of that. And this husband of hers happens to be a pastor. All these kind of pretentious kind of people. They will just exactly narcissistical people. They will just have to, in the outside, they are all sweet and lovey and all of that, but in the inside, the kind of things that they do with the loved ones is something that I can never write home about. So this woman, fast forward, she decided to file for a divorce, and which she has been going through the process and all of that. Another investigation found out that the man was, stalking her. The man was all over her. He don't want to fight the divorce. He don't want to sign and all of that. He's even having, several relationships. A pastor, and this lady in question is actually, a mother. She have kids and all of that. So 1 week to the, 1 week after she was applied a divorce, they found out that she has been unalive. And what this husband of hers did was to come, to his church, just like a normal church service day. He preached his sermon. After preaching this sermon, he went ahead to talk about how, okay, there is a news I actually want to give. My wife is passed, and she did that. She did that herself, and nobody should just ask. Nobody should ask questions. But I'm just gonna tell you guys, she's passed, and she did the person herself. She has been having this kind of mental challenging stuff and all of that. So and all of that. The thing is that after all these claims, he decided that, okay, everybody knows that now she's passed and all of that. Now a lot of people are finding out the real truth. The family of this lady decided to go to the place they found her body, because it claims that before she passed, she actually called 911 and told them where they were gonna find her in case anyone is looking for her, that she's far away, blah blah blah. So many stories behind her. And after that, somebody close to where she, on the live, probably someone on the live, that but they said that she unalived herself, heard a cry before a gunshot. But before then, there's a surveillance, roaming around internet, that they saw her buying a gun and all of that. Oh my God, there's so many stories. So now, this case was something that happened about last month, and now there's an update. The update is that the family in question said that this is staged. Like this is staged. It's a staged kind of a thing. She did not do that herself, but the husband is claiming that she did that herself, and he's claiming that he was with the concubine, or the mistress, in the hotel when she did all of that. But now the father of the husband is claiming otherwise, that he was not there. Like, one thing I want to talk about in this whole thing that is going on with Michael Miller is that I want to use this medium to talk to so many women that is in an abusive relationship, especially if you're in an abusive relationship with a narcissist. You need to look for a way to get out. These people, narcissist people, they always want to be in control. Narcissist people, they will not, they will not stop. Like, look for a way to just find yourself out. You can just, oh my god, pretentiously get out. You people can if the relationship, or maybe he don't want to serve you a divorce, just look for something, just go very far away from him. You know, you can start from a long distance relationship. Before you know it, you cut him off. Seriously, your life is so precious and important. Seriously, I saw this video and I was like, what would not happen? Because when women are going through a lot, you are not going through this alone. You should put your kids into consideration. They also want to pass through a lot upon your passing. So you just have to do everything possible for you to get away with people like this. They will make sure they won't let you go. They wouldn't want to sign a divorce. They will just want you in their life to just keep on tormenting you and see you perish. They don't care about they don't care about you. They only care about themselves. Just imagine you even have a mistress, but he's choosing not to even get this woman divorced yet. Like, why and how could someone be so cruel? You just want to see this person perish. If you can't have her, nobody will. Like, seriously, lovelies. When I saw this, I was just so pained. Like, I was so hurt. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or so we just here for educational or informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.